Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about The Crown Season 4, Episode 3. If you want to see my videos on the first two episodes, then please use the link on the top of the screen. So the episode starts with Charles proposing to Diana, and that makes his relatives and her friends very happy. So Diana goes to a dance party with her friends, with Stevie Nicks' Edge of 17 playing in the background, and sees little son doing a bunch of royal stuff, like picking out a ring. And she doesn't really care about the history or the prize. She just likes the color and how it reminds her of her mother's engagement ring, which kind of shows her naive personality. And she quickly moves into Buckingham Palace. And when she does this, at first Diana thinks she has nothing more to worry about. She thinks she's free from all the hardships in life, like teaching or doing chores. But, you know, only the beginning of her sadness. It only goes downhill from here. So Diana makes an awkward entrance, and that's to bow to everyone. But she doesn't know which order to bow to people in, and to me that just seems like a bunch of pretentious bullshit. And it also shows that the other royals don't really respect her that much, and she never really belonged there. So Charles and Diana announce their engagement, and a reporter says they look very much in love. Now Charles doesn't really give a concrete answer to this. They act like they're in love to the press, but it's all a show. And Charles has to leave for like a 4 week trip to somewhere, and he tells Camilla to meet with Diana. He tells his ex girlfriend to meet with his fiance. What a jackass, you know? So, Diana learns how to be a royal from her grandmother, and she doesn't really like learning about that stuff. She'd much rather roller skate through the halls of Buckingham Palace, which is, it's a cool power move. So Diana starts off walking down an apartment staircase, I've noticed, and is later shown walking down a royal staircase. And this to me symbolizes her rise of class and fame. And the depression of Charles not really loving her and the pressure to be a royal starts to get to her. So she stress eats a bunch of chocolate, but then forcibly pukes them out. This is a habit she gets, and it's actually a medical condition called bulimia. And I like how they showed that because you don't really see that much on television. So Camilla is supposed to meet Diana. She's a fucking Karen. She always brags about how much she knows Charles more than Diana does, and she's just very passive aggressive. And Diana finds out, or she realizes that she barely knows anything about Charles at all. It shows that they really rushed into the relationship without knowing each other. So Charles and Camilla, Diana finds out that they still talk on the phone every day, and he hasn't talked to Diana on the phone in like a month. And so he talks to her more than he talks to his own fiance. So Diana's seeing a bunch of red flags all over the place here. When Diana offers to split the bill, and Camilla agrees to that, and she says, "I'm all for sharing," which that just means they have to share with Charles. And Diana wants to call off the wedding, and she's really desperate on calling either Queen Elizabeth or Charles, but neither of them ever answer her phone calls. So dances to 80s music in ballerina clothes, which shows her internal rejection of the expectations placed on her. She doesn't want to fit into this role of Charles's trophy wife, even if he doesn't love her. She doesn't like the royalness and the prissiness. She's more of a average person, which I respect about her. Meanwhile, while Diana's doing this, Charles is having an affair with Camilla. Diana knows about this. Diana knows that Charles went to her, but Charles lies about it, and he said he told Camilla that it was awful. But everybody knows that's a lie. And Margaret notices that shit ain't right, and she says that Charles loves someone else. She calls out her sister for forbidding marriages to divorced people, because Margaret knows what it's like. Elizabeth did the same exact thing to her, all back in season one. And Margaret wants to stop the marriage, but Elizabeth, Philip, and the Queen Mother don't agree with this. Elizabeth tells Charles about how Queen Mary was forced to marry a man she didn't love, but she married him anyway for duty. And over the years, she started to respect him, and they started to love each other. this is the most unhappy marriage between Charles and Diana. It's the most unhappy marriage I've seen on television since Tyrion Lannister had to marry Sansa Stark. And I thought it was kind of strange how we saw the wedding rehearsal, but not the wedding itself. But I guess it makes sense since the focus on this episode was about the lead up to the wedding. So, some observations I had about this episode. I like the deep dive into Diana and Charles's terrible relationship and all the red flags that Diana noticed. And we see Charles is still in love with Camilla, and they love each other much more than Charles ever loved Diana. So their relationship was doomed from the start. This episode points out the bureaucracy of the royal family and the problems it has on free thinkers in the family, such as Diana or Margaret. And I like how it highlighted Diana's stress, depression, and bulimia. It just made her seem much more of a tragic figure. So I honestly think this is the best episode of the season so far. But then again, I'm only on episode 3. But yeah, I think I like this one a lot. It lacked Margaret Thatcher, unfortunately, but I don't think she was needed for this episode. But yeah, this was a great episode, fantastic episode. I'm gonna give this an A minus. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this episode. I post the Crown videos every Tuesdays or sometimes on Mondays. I hope that everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.